Lights down, rumor up. Hollywood swears it's a meritocracy, but the casting couch learned spreadsheets, and the closet learned PowerPoint. Tonight, we peel back the velvet curtain on 8 careers that should have blazed brighter, then quietly cooled right after a gay rumor, a headline, or the audacity of truth. This isn't a takedown, it's a pattern. From franchise-grade jawlines rerouted into safe holiday kisses to indie saints kept off studio lots, we're following the money, the fear, and the myth called believability. Breathe in. Keep your hands, eyes, and speculation inside the ride. If a moment makes your pulse misbehave, smash subscribe, ring that bell, and tell us in the comments which rulebook Hollywood needs to burn first. 1. Luke Macfarlane. The body auditioned, the town looked away. Luke Macfarlane entered Hollywood with the blue flame calm of a classic lead, a Steadicam's favorite jawline, shoulders that read superhero, and a hush-intense gaze that promised grown man romance. Then, in 2008, he did the Yun PR thing. He said, "I'm gay without a book to sell, without a press tour to inflate." The applause was polite. The silence after was louder. Meetings morphed into coffees, coffees into vague "we love yous," and the pipeline redirected him from franchise fantasies to safe heartside romances. He trained like a Cape audition, but executives clutched an old superstition. Audiences won't buy a gay man saving a straight woman. Translation: keep the heat, lose the truth. Luke wore the smile, carried the kiss, and made millions swoon through carefully de-risked holiday plots. Charming work? Yes, but fenced in. The subtext stung. His sexuality could exist as peppermint-flavored background color, not as gasoline for a wide-release love story. When a major studio finally centered him in a big queer rom-com, the camera caught what the closet had muffled. He's not just believable, he's dangerous in the best way, funny, masculine, tender, a little reckless. That's a leading man. The industry didn't cancel him, it slow-walked him, nipped his heat with euphemisms, and pretended the algorithm was to blame. Pride gave him spine, the microcuts gave him scars, the work still glows. Should Luke headline straight and queer romances with 0 caveats? Comment, open up, love if yes. Drop 1 if you think the closet still quietly casts in 2025. 2. Matt Bomer, Almost the Cape. Forever the class act, director's cut. Matt Bomer glides like a matinee secret. Panther grace, assassin smile, and eyes that say 2 things at once. I could ruin you, and I would never. He minted a brand on television, sleight of hand, charm, and bespoke suits, then kept folding aces, prestige drama, queer tragedies played with candlelight restraint, ensemble blockbusters where he steals the frame with a tilt of the head. He also lived openly while testing for roles the industry religions still guard like relics. The lore about capes and crown jewel auditions refuses to die because it fits the pattern we can all feel even when publicists deny it. Roles hover, meetings glow, a studio's pupils dilate. And then the oxygen thins for reasons filed under marketing. He won't be your martyr. That's part of the appeal. But data is data. If a man the gifted isn't fronting 3 tentpoles by now, you're not measuring talent, you're measuring tremble. He plays straight longing with the precision of a marksman and queer ache with the kind of interiority that makes rooms go quiet. The camera believes him before the discourse does. Believability gets wheeled out like weather, inevitable, unowned. But watch any sequence where Matt lets stillness do the seduction. The half smile that isn't permission, the loosened tie at midnight. The split second where a jawline softens into mercy. You don't cast that because of a press release. You cast it because audiences leave theaters texting, "I'm not okay." The scale problem isn't him, it's caution disguised as calculus. Give him a true studio rom-com machine, and he'll recalibrate the genre. Fund a thunderous queer epic, sweeping score, impossible stakes, kiss heard round the world, and he'll graduate it from homework to obsession. The future is embarrassingly obvious. Crown him now, or keep pretending 4-quadrant means no truth, please. Pride didn't make him smaller. It exposed the room's size. The longer we wait, the more the industry looks like it's guarding a rulebook no one under 30 remembers agreeing to. Somewhere a director is storyboarding a shot of Matt exiting a car in slow motion, and an entire weekend gross depends on that pause before he looks up. Give us the movie already. 3. Matthew Montgomery. Indie saint, studio ghost, and still smoldering. From day one, Matthew Montgomery refused the coyness tax. He chose scripts where queer men weren't a plot twist but the pulse. Lovers who fight, yearn, and sweat. Activists with appetites. Quiet guys who get the hot kiss and keep it. Festivals stood. Community whispered thank you after Q&As in Hollywood. Eyes glassy with brave compliments filed him under niche. The notes arrived dipped in sugar. Could the boyfriend be just a best friend? Could the kiss be suggested? Could the pride be tasteful? Matthew kept saying yes to honesty and no to dilution. That's when the system's soft prejudice clicked into place. Call him important, but don't hand him the toys. He never needed scandal. Existence was enough. Being openly gay before fame hardened into a career ceiling. Budget caps, limited marketing, distribution that treated desire like a content warning. Yet his work hums with late-night voltage, the kind of screen heat that makes you text your ex don't. He proved an actor can radiate both political clarity and erotic charge without apology, and the mainstream looked away because it couldn't package him for middle shelves. The hidden insult? Straight actors get medals for playing gay. Gay actors get caution tape for playing anything. Matthew built a canon anyway. The question is why a man this camera true had to build it in the side streets. Should studios bankroll his next non-issue romance at scale? Comment indie king if he stays sovereign. Give him a budget if you want a $30 million Matthew Montgomery love story. 4. Colton Haynes. When honesty cost the hype, director's cut. Colton Haynes wasn't just TV hot, he was convention floor combustible, razor jaw, freckled mischief, and a body language that reads, I could throw you over my shoulder and still hit my mark. He detonated in 2 fandoms at once. Feral teen drama, brooding superhero saga, and the machine moved quickly to productize the chemistry. Poster boy, fragrance face, press tour charmer who knows exactly when to bite his lip. Off camera, the contract was older than Hollywood, the quiet choreography of erasure. You know the steps. Don't name it, don't slip, don't tweet at 2 a.m., and if an old photo set resurfaces from a wilder, freer youth, pretend it was a cousin. Publicists can spin, algorithms cannot. The vintage pictures did resurface, and so did the whispers. He has said the quiet parts out loud since. Playing straight on camera was easy. Playing straight off camera was the marathon. The cost wasn't scandal, but maintenance. Panic that your voice drops half a register in interviews. Terror that a touch on a friend's shoulder becomes fan cam evidence. Advice from suits that sounded like a lullaby and a threat. America's fantasy is fragile. Don't be the headline that breaks it. When he decided Oxygen beats choreography and came out, the audience didn't punish him. They leaned closer. It was the rooms with money that got cold. The roles didn't vanish, but the altitude changed. Side roads, guest arcs, glass ceilings masked as timing. He wrote about sanding himself down, fix the laugh, police the posture, edit the history. That training made him bankable. The truth made him unpredictable. To whom? Not fans. To brand X. Here's the uncomfortable math. Straight actors earn trophies for slipping into queer. Queer actors still get questioned for slipping into straight. Meanwhile, Colton's camera power never dimmed. Watch him in any close-up, and you feel the quicksilver. Playful, then dangerous, then suddenly soft. Give that volatility a bigger canvas, and the market will follow. He doesn't need rebranding. The industry needs recalibration. Let the man command a studio romance or lace a queer actioner with feral charm and see whether believability melts under opening weekend heat. Spoiler: it will. Next move: volcanic straight rom-com lead or an $80 million queer action franchise with sweat, stunts, and a ruin you kiss. Comment "let him kiss" and tag the director who'd set him on fire. 5. Taylor Lautner. The idol, the hoax, and the fog machine Taylor Lautner was engineered for poster walls. A cheetah quick grin, gym cut mythology, and boy next door heat poured into blockbuster lighting. Then came the rumor economy. A fake coming out magazine cover raced across the web, corrections trailed behind, and interviews began orbiting a question he never volunteered to answer. He didn't turn his private life into content. He kept his head down and tried to let the work redefine him. But Hollywood's risk calculus hates fog. A question mark becomes a narrative. The narrative becomes PowerPoint. And suddenly, mid-budget star vehicles look like a gamble. As post-franchise projects stumbled, the whispers did the cynical work of confirmation bias. See? The magic's gone. What no one admits out loud: ambiguity is erotic for audiences and terrifying for brand departments. Instead of asking what role stretches him, the town asked what label neutralizes the noise. He was young, beautiful, and growing, exactly when the machine prefers predictability. His hottest screen moments promised mischief. The PR oxygen demanded clarity he never owed. The result wasn't scandal, it was a slow cooling. The boy who could turn into a wolf disappeared into data-driven caution, not failure. If you think viewers are prudish about sexuality, watch them cheer for complexity. It's the suits who twitch. Taylor didn't owe us a headline, he owed us good work. He gave it. The fog wasn't his, it was ours. 6. Shawn Ashmore. Soft power, hard walls. Shawn Ashmore arrived with an uncommon leading man temperature. Gentle intensity, eyes that make space, a steadiness that reads safe and sexy. Then, the path got weirdly narrow. The big romantic pitches didn't materialize at the rate his early breakout teased. Timing explains some of it. The rest feels like code. Hollywood still mistrusts softness in men, unless it's buffered by swagger or played as a joke. Layer on chatter that tethered his most famous franchise world to queer themes, and perception did the rest. Give him the conflicted cop, the brittle pundit, the haunted everyman. Save the sweeping kiss for louder jawlines. No scandal, no tabloid flares, just 1,000 micro-sortings that file a whole human under support. He kept turning in work that bites. Controlled menace, elegiac grief, people broken by duty. But the alpha myth held the castle. That's how bias survives modernization. It speaks spreadsheet now. When a man with soft power can't easily grab the grand romantic arc, it's not because audiences won't buy it. It's because we trained them not to see it. Shawn reads modern. Emotional literacy as strength. Warmth as voltage. The industry keeps pretending that's niche. It isn't. It's tomorrow. Think about it and feel free to share in the comments. And if his journey resonates with your heart, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us as we celebrate more stars who dare to shine authentically. 7. Freddy Smith. He made daytime swoon, primetime forgot. Freddy Smith didn't play representation as homework, he made it hot. His daytime romance breathed like real life, awkward, playful, oxygenated with desire, and living rooms across America adjusted their heartbeat. That kind of visibility resets a culture. Then came the credits, and the industry did what it often does with pioneers. Took the win, pocketed the PR, and looked past the man who delivered it. Straight soap gods graduate to primetime weddings and pilot season fantasies. Freddy got respectful nods and strangely quiet phones. The unofficial verdict: great for daytime. Translation: keep the courage, lose the upgrade. Curiosity kept poking at his private life like it was public property. He answered with grace, never defensive, never performative. The tricky thing about quiet punishment is there's nothing to quote, just opportunities that somehow went elsewhere. The love he portrayed was treated like a set piece rather than a star-making turn. Why do executives trust that America will adore two men kissing at 1 p.m., but fear the same kiss at 9? It's not the audience, it's the calendar courage of people who sign checks. Freddy proved intimacy isn't a niche, it's the plot. He should have been handed a network rom-com or a premium cable slow burn. Instead, the moment moved on without paying the man who helped make it. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe to our channel. Together, let's celebrate the real people behind the fame and their incredible journeys. 8. Rupert Everett, the prototype who paid full price, director's cut. Before the town had the language, Rupert Everett was the language. Louche, lethal, a midnight laugh wrapped in Savile Row. He came out long before it was marketable and discovered the punishment that doesn't trend: procedural silence. Phones stop ringing, scripts arrive smaller, meetings come with compliments that land like condolences. Then, the great inversion. Straight stars scoop up the very roles written in Rupert's silhouette. Suave best friend, brittle libertine, wounded prince. Collect praise for courage and move on to franchises. Rupert tells this history with scalpel humor because that's how you survive a system that confuses prejudice with prudence. The note was always the same. We adore you. We just can't quite believe you as him. Translation: the closet is a special effect we're comfortable funding. Truth is an optics risk. Even after scene-stealing turns that detonated test screenings, the gate kept drifting shut. He pivoted. Stage thunder, European auteurs, books that draw blood with a sentence. And proved the talent was never the variable. The myth doing the work was older than the suits saying it. Gay doesn't travel, as if charisma needs a passport stamp. It's spreadsheet theater. Audiences travel for danger, charm, and story. Rupert has them in industrial quantities. The real discomfort wasn't whether he could seduce a woman on screen, obviously, but whether the industry could stomach that seduction coming from a man who didn't ask permission to exist. That's why he became a whispered cautionary tale, managers passing around a ghost story that kept closets furnished. Not him, not yet, not here. Imagine the alternate timeline. Rupert at the center of a 1990s global romance cycle, topping box offices, rewriting the template so thoroughly that today's casting directors don't flinch when a gay star signs on to play the world's straight heartbreaker. We didn't get it because the boardroom blinked. Pride cost him easy movies and bought him something rarer, integrity that outlives fashions. But don't mistake integrity for acquiescence. His career is a living cross-examination of the town's believability alibi. Case still open. Is the gay can't open overseas myth dead or just better dressed? Comment Mai Tai if it's done. Money talks if spreadsheets still do the closet's work. And name a modern role Rupert should have owned. If talent is currency, these men are rich. The only recession is courage in the boardroom. Rumors shouldn't direct careers. Audiences aren't scared of truth. Executives are scared of change. If you believe leading men can be gay, straight, bi, or none of your business and still sell the kiss, type "open the gates" in the comments. Vote for who deserves the next studio romance or action franchise. Then share this video with one friend who still thinks 4-quadrant means closet required. Subscribe for more Velvet Dark dives into the stories Hollywood whispers, and tap the bell so you never miss our next premiere. Until then, stay proud, stay curious, and keep your spotlight kind.